Your favorite hoe has just entered the building.
Hey ho, you are now tuned in to the Working Girl Lounge. This is an SW friendly podcast. I know so many people are like, I've never found a podcast that talks about SWs and there's never a chance for us to have a forum. Finally, it's here, right? I would love to invite anybody who understands the term time waster. If you've ever dealt with a generous client, it's clicking, isn't it? Okay, you are in the right place. This is where I, Milani Hampton, been in this industry for about 5 years now, and I know a couple of things now. I feel like whenever I first started, I couldn't talk about these things that I was experiencing because I wasn't well versed in them quite yet. But now I feel like I can totally gather a community of people who have dealt with the same things that I've dealt with, who are going to deal with the same things that I've dealt with, or who may never deal with the same things that I've dealt with, and they could give me tips and tricks on maybe how to not run into these issues in the future. This is just the perfect place for all of us to sit down, talk about everything that goes on in this industry, and yeah, just chit chat a little bit. I would like to say that I would definitely say that the Working Girl Lounge is not for SWs under the age of 21 because I feel like 21 is like my favorite number in terms of sex work. Like it's just very like, okay, now I don't necessarily have to be too concerned about this person being really close in proximity to like just getting out of high school, right? Like I think that 21 is like, okay, cool. Like, you know what? You've been in the world for a little while now. So you know the ins and the outs. All right. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and go to our first segment, which is from one entertainer to another. Let's talk about, oh, this is a good one. Okay. Drinking and smoking while you're working. Personally, cam girl, don't do either while I'm working. Okay, well, let me um let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't do either while I'm working, but I'm not doing them on camera because I don't want to attract that crowd. Like, because when you are being like televised, or when you're televising yourself, sometimes you get people who are very interested in certain things. And, these are the fetish people. No issue. Love a good fetish every now and again, right? But these people will, if you don't know who you are in this industry, these people will basically like chew you up and spit you out, right? So, for instance, smoking fetish. Um, if you don't understand that this is a fetish for these people, and you don't understand that these people literally kind of will do anything like to see you do this, then you start to you may potentially fall into the habit of smoking all the time. Oh, you wake up and you smoke a cigarette. Oh, you smoke a cigarette before you do. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you're like literally only 20 years old. You come from a middle class family who no one in the house smokes. And then here you are, a 21-year-old chain smoker. So, yeah, that's one thing that I don't prefer to do on camera. Like sometimes I feel like if I have like a regular who like, I don't know, I feel like a lot more comfortable with this regular. I will have a small glass of wine, because at this point we've probably been in like a private show for like an hour, and it's like, oh, okay, sure, like, you've been having a glass of whatever, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll have like a little glass of wine. It's kind of like a date situation, right? It's nothing crazy, it's nothing extreme. That's just kind of where I like to keep it at. most of the times, whenever people are like specifically doing the like drinking, like tip me to drink or tip me to smoke a puff of my cigarette, it's just like, fuck. Like, I feel so like your health is like actually like in it now. And I'm not shitting on the girls who do this because honestly, you guys, there's a girl for every single thing that you can think of. There is someone that is doing this. There's a girl, there's a boy, there is a transgender person that is doing this, right? So I'm not like shitting on these people because you have to do what you have to do sometimes. In this world that we live in, it's pretty cruel. And I totally understand that you have to do what you have to do. I will say though that I just feel like it's so like sad to see the customer taking advantage of that. Sometimes, like, if the customer knows that this is a new sex worker, this customer knows that they've been on the site, the customer has been on the site for like 10 years, and then that sex workers just got on the site like last year or 5 months ago. It's like, okay, yeah, no, we totally am going to take advantage of this SW. I don't know why I'm saying SW like I didn't just clean off my dildos, right? Like right. So yeah, but I do like to keep that kind of whatever I do on the weekends, keep it out of work. Like I really genuinely do not like drinking or smoking on camera because I try to, it's my look, like like my personal look. I don't want that to be associated with me um for the overall. Now I do like very separately, like I'll do like a smoking video or something like that and sell that, but it's not like something that I'm just going to do for free. Like I'm absolutely not going to do that for free. um oh, I had a thought from earlier. I was talking about the drinking and like people doing like tip me to drink or whatever. One time, um a long time ago, when I first started camming, I didn't have a sense of direction because I didn't really know that this was something that you could get not tied into, but I didn't think that it could just like honestly, yeah, tied into, like it just drags you around, because like when I first started, like everyone was excited to see me, new tag, new model tag, and it's just like, oh, okay, try this. And like at the time in my head, I'm like, oh no, this is not a big deal. This is not a blah, blah, blah. I never asked people to tip me to drink because I didn't know that that was a thing. But I do know that I was having an amazing time one night streaming. And I was just like, okay, I'll just have my wine off to the side because I don't like drink hard liquor. I'm such a lightweight. I'm like, I'm just gonna have my things off to the side, my wine off to the side. No one's ever gonna know I'm drinking and having a little sip of wine. I was of age, of course, you guys. I'm not underage drinking or anything crazy. And I remember getting so fucked up. And when I say so fucked up, I mean like I was not able to handle business anymore. This is more of a night out. This is more I'm at the club with my girls and I'm not able to talk to a customer and negotiate prices anymore. I'm not able to um find my dildos. I'm not able to, where the fuck is my butt plug? Everything's falling. It's this fucking mess, right? And so it's just like I need to be in 110% control of what is going on in my stream at all times. I kind of like made it more strict on myself because you don't want to lose control. You're literally your own boss. Like, oh, I hate saying that, but I'm my own boss, but you're your own boss and you do not want to jeopardize your monthly income because you're being, you think that this is a night out. The type of like environment that you hold for your shows Sometimes it's like, okay, this is a night out. You're supposed to. You kind of like want it to look like a night out, right? I don't know. Like, I do not want to get those lines crossed at all. If this is going to be me streaming, okay, cool. I'm going to be streaming. I can act like fun, loose, blah, 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 but I just still can't do the thing, right? Or, and especially like show that I'm like going to, I'm going to be on here drinking and doing all of this stuff. Okay. Let me think about the next. I'm pulling up my notes, you guys, because I forgot what I was going to say next. But one thing that I will say though is that there have been some sites that are like that completely cam sites I'm talking about that they have completely like they're kind of like against that, like don't come on here doing all that shit. Most of the time people like are okay with smoking weed, but then sometimes like in the terms of services, or what do they call it, the terms and conditions or whatever of the site, they're like you can't do anything. When it's like, well, how do you, what is considered illegal, right? Because although marijuana is like recreational for a lot of people, it's also a prescription for people as well. Do you know what I mean? So like, how do you break down what is illegal? I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, final verdict on that one topic is that your girl does not drink or smoke while I work unless I am with a trusted regular or I am selling the video of me doing said activity. No judgment. Never ever would judge. I'm just personally saying, like, for myself, I think that it's a very safe bet to do because I don't think that I'm able to control myself as much as I think that as much as I would want to, right? So from the next topic on from one entertainment god damn, can I ever get this right? From the on the next topic, from one entertainer to another, we got to talk about how you act at work versus how you act outside of work. I feel like this kind of goes like hand in hand with like the drinking and the smoking while at work, kind to me personally, because like I just said, like I don't do it at work, but I do outside of work. Um so I act so different. Honestly, I should have a thing on here. Let's say act and look, okay? Because I act and I look so different. Like right now, I have my webcam set up. You know, everything's like all set up, and it's like, oh, okay, you're going to cam, right? But I don't usually put my camera on for this because uh, I don't want to be perceived by people yet. I'm just not like 100% sure. Like, you got to be fucking with my voice first, and then we'll see. We'll see from there. But I look like the nerdiest black girl you've ever seen in her life. You would not expect me. I looked very vanilla. I do not look like I do this. I just look like your everyday average Joe. Now wait, pause. Okay. My nails right now are giving like 2004 New Jersey housewife. And I didn't mean for it to come out like that, but I was trying something new. So here we are. But, and at work, let's just talk about at work. So at work, I am a seductress, right? So my whole entire persona is sensual, soft, sexy. Oh, come on, alliterate. You better hear this alliteration. But that's like the whole entire, persona that I'm giving off, right? Then we are going to break down, what I do to do that. Okay, cool. Always, always, always don't wear my regular hair or my real hair. I'm not wearing my real hair at work because my real hair is naturally curly, and I don't want naturally curly hair at work. Um, It's not that I'm trying to attract a certain clientele, a certain customer. Actually, I am. I'm trying to attract customers with money. So yeah, and I don't think my curly hair, naturally curly hair, has anything to do with that. I just kind of like it. Kind of just like adds an extra like seasoning on top of the whole entire persona. Now, I used to go back and forth with this, but I think I sealed the deal this year, and I was like, okay, this has to be kind of like a part of like, I don't want to call it a costume, but I did. I think Milani Hampton has a costume, simply put, right? Lashes. Always going to have a strip or a cluster or individual. Any single time I am, my face is on the camera, I'm going to have a lash on, right? And then last but not least, some type of lip product. Um, this is just face, right? Some type of lip product. I died it down a lot because I was like, at first, girl, doing a full face of makeup. Like, I'm talking about, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I gotta be on cam at 7 because that was like the perfect area for me. Like, every single time I would get on cam, people are on, they're active. All of my regulars were on at like 7 a.m. for me, right? I cannot get up at 5 o'clock every single morning. I cannot do that. And then still have the energy to work. Mm-mm. And then my biggest thing was like not really putting the makeup on. It was taking it off because every single time I would take my makeup off, I would feel like I didn't do enough. Like I was like, I know I could have taken another picture. I know I could have taken another video. I know I could have done another video. You know what I mean? Like I could have done another FaceTime call. Like something felt off because it was like such a production. And I'm like just making sure because like I said, it took almost 2 hours to do makeup, hair, just like whole entire like beautification. And so I was like, listen, like if I am going to do all of this, the minute that I take it off, that is going out the door. I no longer want to be perceived as a sex symbol and I just want to look like a little rat. And so I don't want to like transform from the rat to the sex symbol after I just transition from the sex symbol to the rat. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want that. I just want put my makeup on in the morning time, do whatever I have to. Like let's say I put my makeup on at 5, get on cam at 7, and then my makeup will come off at like from the times of like 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., right? I'm like, no, I cannot do any more makeup past like 3 p.m., right? I couldn't even go, like, I don't want to say like that I couldn't even go outside, but like, I just wanted there to be like a very clear divide in what for my work, like how I looked for work, and then how I looked like any other time. Um, like I said, very sensual, sexy. I want to be perceived by men that are gonna pay me. I mean, hello, what am I gonna do? So I want to be perceived, right? That's what I am doing for work. Whenever I am like not working, oh hell no. I have a bonnet on. I'm never gonna wear a bra when I'm not working. What else? What else do I what else do I for sure do? Oh, okay. So I have two pair of glasses. One pair of glasses I have made synonymous with my brand because they are black, they're cute, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, this is a pair of glasses that I'm wearing and it doesn't match this outfit, it doesn't go with this, da 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 da. It's like, okay, they're black. Something's gonna work. Even if I'm wearing pink, like okay, pink, always pink, and then these black glasses. I have another pair of glasses on, which funny enough is on my face right now. And these glasses are like a clear, like clear blue. The only thing I can describe them is like if you just like open up a book of pictures from the year 2004, these glasses are like that baby blue, like see-through situation. Love them down, but I just think they're extra nerdy, right? I can't wear these and be like a sexy seductress. Like, I don't think that. I think they kind of like make me look more nerdy. Like, I am currently wearing them any other time though. Like, any other thing that I do, I'm definitely putting these glasses on. Like, I played Sims the other day for like, I don't know, an hour or two. These glasses were on, and I'm not trying to look good for anybody whenever I'm not in work. Um and then also another thing that I've noticed is that whenever I'm not working, like, okay, whenever I am working, I just like feel like I look so cool. Like, I look like this cool girl, and I look like I have like it together, honestly. And I look so pretty. And then whenever I'm not at work, still look cute, still give. But I will say that I don't try to look cool. I just try to I just, for me, it's like it's a really a I want to look like a very comfortable, like, okay, hipster is not the word, but like boho is like my style that I like to wear most of the time. Like, you'll definitely find me in some like chacos. I used to have a pair of Birkenstocks, but I had to throw them away. There's nothing wrong with them, but I walk funny, and I didn't know about the like the you fixing the sole or whatever. That's just like my go-to, like something very comfortable. Like, if you watch the show Victorious on Nickelodeon, Psychowitz's teacher, that's like, I just want to dress like him, honestly. If I didn't get funny looks, I just want to dress like him. He looks like he's so comfortable all the time. And yeah, it just looks really comfortable. Also, another thing about my like being at work versus like not being at work, and how you look and how you act. I am very conceited, and I'm also like very I don't want to say standoffish, because that's not even the word that I'm trying to give, but like conceited. Yeah, I'll just stop at conceited. Like, I feel like I'm pretty conceited. I'm like on top of the world, and I feel like you can't fuck with me, and da 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 da, right? Whenever I'm not at work, still conceited. Um, I'm just like a little more humble. I'm also not really a I'm I'm so like knowledgeable and insightful about certain things, because I just want to not I don't want to look like someone who is like a complete and utter bitch. Like, I'm not trying to come off as that in my everyday life. Like, I seen a video of this girl like a couple of months ago, talking about like, oh, like being a she I think she was like talking about being a dominatrix, and she was like, being a dominatrix just isn't just doing this and for your job. Like, she's basically saying like, I'm just like this, right? And I'm like, well, it's not that I want to turn it on and turn it off, but like, I don't think that who Milani is really aligns with who I am as a person. Like, Milani is like not the character, but baby, I don't want people knowing too much about my life, because people, especially horny men with their dicks sitting in their laps, will go to the ends of the earth to try to harm me, my family, and you need to know that they would try to harm you or your family too. So I do have to create a little bit of a distance there. Like, I have had multiple people like try their hardest and try to find out like where I live. Like, why does that fucking matter? I would never meet you in person ever. We're on the cheapest campsite right now. This campsite has the most traffic out of every campsite in the world. And you think that I am going to give you the city that I live in politely fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like, it's not that I'm like being fake. It's not that I'm not. I just don't want everybody knowing where I live. Um, and so I just kind of keep it like, oh, I'm traveling, that's it. I'm just a traveling girl. That, I don't know. I just want there to be like a little bit of there's some discretion, right? And I I don't know if this is true. It just may be my own delusions, but whenever I am working or whenever I'm not working, I don't even wear the same jewelry. I don't wear the same clothes. I try to change my hair around in terms of like if my hair was if I had really big curls in my hair, then I'm gonna put a claw clip in my hair, do a half up, half down claw clip situation, especially if like I want my pretty curls to still show, right? If I did the black glasses today, I'll probably still wear the black glasses in public, but I gotta take my makeup off. And I have to make sure that, you know, da 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 da, just because I don't want someone to find me and, you know, yeah. I know it's like it's gonna happen, of course, like, not that it's going to, like it's the inevitable, but like I can't just like be oblivious to knowing what I do and thinking that that will never like happen one day, right? But I do take my extra measures to make sure that people aren't just I'm not easily findable. Like I don't think you should be able to just locate me because you type in my name on Google and you go to my Instagram and then the city that I live in is in my Instagram bio. I don't work like that. I don't operate like that. And I commend the girls and the gays and whoever else. Like, I commend people who do that. It scares me a little bit. And another reason why it scares me is because like I personally have there's just I have family members who I just don't want this to be not exposed to because my family knows, but I just don't want my family to have to deal with the choices that I've made. My personal choices should not affect my family at all. So that's why I feel like acting, that's how I felt about my acting outside of work versus how I act at work. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like it went in with the whole drinking and smoking at work thing because, yeah, um, my opinion on the two topics are similar. This is just a gentle reminder to drink some water and take a deep breath. I'm actually having some tea right now, so I'm going to take a sip of that. That shit was lukewarm, but let's move on to the lingering thoughts that I had while I was discussing my two topics from one entertainer to another. And this topic or this lingering thought, it just it's just amazing for, the two topics that were discussed earlier. And this is discretion and why discretion is important. I kind of touched on it earlier, when I was talking about acting, at work and drinking, smoking at work or whatever. Whenever I first got on cam, people ask a lot of questions. And I didn't realize that these were invasive questions because I come from a really small, tiny town like bumfuck America. And I just was excited to be talking to more than 100 people at one time because honestly, you don't get that. I mean, the same amount of people that I'm talking to at one time, well, when I say at one time, like the same amount of people that are looking at me at one time is the same amount of people that I graduated high school with. Like, I don't even think there was 100 people that graduated high school with me. So I think that discretion is important because sometimes customers can take advantage of you. You don't really know who is behind the screen whenever you are camming, whenever you're doing sex work in general, online sex work specifically. You don't know who is behind the screen. Now, when we're talking in person sex work, And shout out to the in-person girls and the gays and the boys, because I didn't discuss much about in-person this episode, but you have a special place in my heart. Whenever you are doing in-person work, I think that this is the same thing. Like, most of the time, in-person work starts with a screen as well. Do you know what I mean? If you don't know who is behind that screen, and I'm not talking about screening, I'm talking about like a phone screen, right? If you don't know who's behind that phone screen and you don't do your proper screening, that's your life is in jeopardy now just because you were trying to make a quick buck. And I don't think that you should ever put like money above discretion. Simply, but I just don't think that that's something that should ever be considered. Discretion is important, important, important. Always tie your transactions back to discretion. For you, discretion is important. For your client, discretion may be important. You don't know, like I said, and I feel like I've said this like 17,000 times. You don't know these people for real. What they are going through outside of this interaction that you're about to have with them is something that may shock you, right? And you don't know because they're just having this hour interaction, this 2 hour interaction, this 30-minute interaction with you, and they're going to go on about their business. So keep certain things to yourself. There's just certain things you don't have to sit and tell the client or the customer or whatever. You don't have to tell them every single thing about you. You know, I was told at the beginning of my career, girl, you need to make up a lie. Your name needs to be fake. Where you live, it needs to be fake. All of this stuff, it needs to be fake. You can't just sit here and be like, "Hi, my name is Rebecca Goodman. I'm from Miami, Florida." What the fuck? They're gonna go back and find Rebecca Goodman, Miami, Florida, in her yearbook. Then they know where her abuelita live. It's a hot ass mess. Just be discreet. Also, a lot of clients like discretion. That's one thing that I've learned. Discretion is something that comes with the more high ticket clients. They like to be very low key, chill, nothing too crazy, nothing too gaudy. Keep it really cute. So that's just a little bit about discretion. Next topic. My favorite show. So this is just a current show. How about that? A current show that I'm watching because it came back on air. And yeah, I'm just like watching it, but I don't know. I can't really say my true opinion about it because I'm missing out on 2 episodes. I think I'm on episode 4 and now they're on episode 6. Like they just released episode 6. And I'm recording this on a Wednesday, so they just released the 6th episode on like a Sunday. And you guys, I was going to be like, oh, this is my favorite TV show because it's in the current phase. Like, I put it in the current phase, but I just need to talk about how it's disappointed me this season. I don't know if my frontal lobe is developing or if this show needs to be off of air, but I personally think that Jocelyn's Cabaret this season, the California, really upset me. Like, I guess like I used to like watching girls fight. Did they fight this much last season? Like, I'm just trying to think and remember. Like, I don't remember them beating the fuck out of each other. Now there was 2 girls with beef on there last season, but come on. Oh my god. Nobody's danced yet. No one has danced yet. And I'm pissed because this season I hope that they are dancing. And then like the producer of the show, he is the CEO of Zeus or whatever the fuck. He came on the show. He looked a little bit, he looked DL. I'm sorry. Let me sip my tea on that one too. Hold on. Love the alphabet girls, okay? Don't come for me. You know that I know that he is. Moving on. He gonna come on there talking about something we should do at Jocelyn's cabaret strip club. And then after he left, bitches just start beating on each other. Isn't this supposed to be a happy occasion? Isn't it supposed to be a happy occasion? Why are you guys beating each other up? So yeah, I do not know how I feel about that. Like maybe maybe I'll come back, after season 6. I mean, oh shit, after season episode 6 and tell you like if anything has changed. But girl, they've been beating on each other. They've been beating the fuck out of each other since episode 1, and it's episode 4 that I'm on right now. I had to get some shit together. School started back, so I wasn't able to, watch episode 5. But honestly, I'm just gonna call it here. They still beating the fuck out of each other. I don't even know. Listen, I enjoyed yapping these last couple of episodes. I've just been doing them. I haven't pressed stop. I've just been talking all the way through. All of my mistakes are in here. All of the time that I farted, fucking sneeze, everything. I love, love, love doing that because it makes me feel more comfortable. It makes me feel a lot more authentic. It makes us feel more authentic than I feel like the first 2 or 3 episodes were. I do have to go. You're probably like, think, fuck. If you're gonna be a hoe, you have to be the best hoe you can be. Okay? Don't forget to comment, email me with any of your ideas or topics for discussions because I really, really love a community. And if you are a sex worker, let me know by giving me a follow on Instagram at TWGL podcast, or you can just email me, all written out at theworkinggirllounge@gmail.com. Until next time, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay stable.